Hello and welcome to the first Australia vlog, the first of however many this is going to end up being. I'm not sure. We're here for 4 weeks, so this could end up being a good 3 or 4 vlogs worth, I think. Anyway, we've actually been here for 4 days already, but I'm only, is it 4 or 5? I'm losing track of the days. Anyway, I'm only just starting vlogging now because the jet lag is just crippling. Every time we come here, it takes almost a week to fully get over jet lag. I just thought there's no point in documenting the first few days because it's just both of us moaning about how tired we are and just going to bed at really abnormal times and waking up at abnormal times. So yes, this is the beginning of the vlog. So we arrived on New Year's Eve and went to stay with my sister who lives in Burleigh, which is in Queensland. It's like south of the Gold Coast, and we decided to stay with her for a few days for several reasons. A, I just did not want to pay the astronomical prices of staying in a hotel over New Year's Eve. B, obviously wanted to see my sister, and C, I just felt like we could just completely crash at hers, sleep whenever we wanted and just completely relax and feel no pressure to go and explore. So that's what we've been doing for the past few days. We've just kind of been chilling out, yeah, going to the beach and just kind of resting. We're now in our first Airbnb. We're actually now about to leave. I should have documented a bit more of the Airbnb. I will show you it once I've all packed up and everything and just before we leave. So we're here for 4 weeks, can't remember if I said that, and we aren't really travelling around much. Those of you who followed me for a while might have seen the trip that we did last Christmas here. We were here for 5 weeks and we did Melbourne, Sydney, the Gold Coast and Hong Kong all in 5 weeks, and it was so full on. It was really, really fun, but it felt quite exhausting at times. So we thought this time we won't pack as much in and we'll just kind of stick to one part of the coast. So over the next 4 weeks, we're only really staying between kind of like the Gold Coast and Byron. We're just exploring kind of like the very north of New South Wales and the very south of Queensland, really. That's kind of like our favourite part of the East Coast, and we just don't feel like travelling around loads this time. What else can I say? Oh yeah, so I just thought I'd vlog this because, I mean, I don't vlog very often, but I feel like I get quite a few people message me asking me if I'm going to do a guide for Australia, if I have a guide, if I can recommend things. And I have a highlight on my Instagram stories of all the places I've been in Australia, but I don't feel like that kind of does it justice. I feel like as much as I love sharing all the stuff I'm doing on Instagram, I just feel like it can be a bit lost sometimes and it just doesn't seem as engaging. So I figured a vlog could be more interesting. As I mentioned, we are checking out of this Airbnb today, and then the next the next Airbnb we're going to will be there for 8 days. We weren't in this one for very long, we were just here for 2 nights. So today is just going to be spent packing up, then we're going to go do a big food shop and then check into the next Airbnb. So sadly, no trips to the beach or anything exciting today to show you, but I will show you what I'm wearing because I'm obsessed with this Australian brand called, sorry, I'm probably going to butcher the name, I think it's Deiji. It is spelled D-E-I-J-I, Deiji. Anyway, they have like the best linen and cotton sets, and just a pre-warning, I think most of what I've packed consists of like drawstring shorts, t-shirts, vests, sets like this, or just big oversized floaty dresses. I've kept things fairly simple for this trip. I've not got anything too crazy or too like wildly interesting. I just like it's so hot this time of year here and I just want to be comfortable and as cool as possible. So this is like a super thin cotton set. They kind of class themselves as a sleepwear loungewear brand that you can wear pretty much anywhere. It is quite see-through. I've just got like a nude coloured base range bra on underneath, but it's so comfortable. Like, I absolutely love it. I've got a kind of oatmeal long sleeve linen set from them as well, which I'm sure you'll see along the way, that again, utterly obsessed with. And yeah, there's stuff like this, I just like that it just gets thrown on, you don't even have to think about it, you're comfortable for the entire day, and you know, that's it, done. I don't really want to have to overthink what I'm wearing. And then my shoes are my rose sandals, which I am so chuffed that I can finally wear without socks. I've spent a winter wearing them with jeans and socks, but now I can wear them in their full glory without any socks. I've pretty much worn them every day since we got here. And then while I'm on an outfit roll, I'll show you my jewellery really quickly. Earrings are these big chunky hoops from the Osoma Lucy Williams, like, most recent collaboration collection. Ring, or rings shall I say, the gold signet ring is from a Melbourne-based jewellery designer called Line of Sun. I got this last Christmas when I was here, and then the very thin gold band that I wear underneath it is from a London-based jewellery designer called Maya Magal. And then this chain I bought about 2 days ago, I think. I've been on the hunt for like a tiny chain for ages, like, I mean minuscule, something really dainty, and I found this one in one of my favourite shops here on the Gold Coast called Kind Curations. They also stock this brand, Daisy, and it's super slinky. Like, I think it's called the Slinky chain actually, and it's not like a normal chain. It you know, like, it's not like normal links, it's completely smooth, and I think because it is like a slinky chain, it sits really nicely on the body. Yeah, just absolutely love this. Such a nice, just little detail for, you know, just like really simple outfits. Quite like the length of it as well. Sorry, out of focus. There we go. Yeah, I like that. It's not too short, not too long, just sits below the collarbone really nicely. And that is me today. This is where we've been staying for the past 2 nights. It's an apartment in Coolangatta. So Coolangatta is, excuse me, Coolangatta is on the New South Wales and Queensland border. It's the last town at the bottom of Queensland. It's also where the Gold Coast Airport is. This place is stunning. It's absolutely beautiful here. The light is incredible. I am gutted we were only here for 2 nights, but I get a bit like overconsumed, and I just want to stay in several different places because there's so many nice places to stay around here. It has 2 bedrooms, which is great because we've travelled with quite a lot of luggage. So one room is dedicated to us, so this is the main bedroom. Obviously was a lot tidier when we arrived. And then the second bedroom we use for luggage. So yeah, always try and book a 2-bedroom place if possible. But yeah, both 2 decent sized rooms, and both rooms have built-in wardrobes, which is awesome. And then there's just a bathroom and a toilet. And I think I showed the view in some footage earlier, but you can just about see the sea when you're out here. Oh, very nice balcony area. We did try and eat breakfast out here one morning, but the sun rises around the front of the building and then goes around the back, so in the morning it's absolutely blistering hot. Sadly, it's a bit overcast today, but when it's sunny, that ocean is bright blue. We're currently in Coles trying to do like a food shop, I guess. We're in our next Airbnb for a week, so we need to stock up because otherwise we end up eating out a lot. We've eaten out every day since we got here, and it's, as lovely as it is, as lovely as the food is, it's expensive. So we need to get into a routine of like cooking our meals.
Yeah.
And making it feel like we're at home, not just on holiday. Oh, and Dean's got his favourite ice lollies. I feel like I prefer Woolworths to Coles, you know. Coles used to be our go-to supermarket. Like Coles and Woolworths are the two big ones here. And I don't know, I think I'm starting to prefer Woolworths.
Well,
there's something about
the nut
it.
Bar.
Yeah, Coles does have a self-service like nut bar where you can pick and weigh as many nuts as you want, which like Tesco's and that don't have. But there's something about Woolworths I just kind of am a bit more drawn to now. Fun things that we have bought from Coles. This hummus is incredible. I miss this hummus so much when we're at home. This brand in general just does really good flavours of hummus. And something else that I miss a lot when we're at home is these. These are the best tortilla chips ever. And I've hunted high and low at home to find them, but lo and behold, I cannot find them anywhere in the UK, so I feel like I need to take a few bags home with me. Good morning. I'm just sat doing some emails today because unfortunately when you're self-employed it's very, very difficult to switch off from work when you're on holiday. Technically this isn't really like a full-on holiday, it's more just a trip away. But yeah, the world does not stop turning back at home, and it's Monday the 6th of Jan today, so this is like the first day back at work for everyone, and I thought to help with me like getting back into work mode, it would probably be best if I just sat down and just did a load of emails and got some things done, so it felt like I was getting back into the swing of things. God, yesterday when we got back from Coles, we didn't eat dinner or anything, literally just like sat and read some of my book. I'm reading Norwegian Wood, Murakami, and then I was so tired. We were both so tired that we just went to bed without any dinner, which is quite unheard of. We never do that. This morning I also wanted to talk about just what's happening in Australia here at the moment. I feel like it'd be really insensitive and naive of me not to acknowledge the devastating bushfires that are ravaging the country at the moment. Some of the footage that I'm sure many of you have seen on Instagram and the footage I've been watching on the news is like, it's horrifying, it's heartbreaking, it's just unfathomable, and I can't help but feel almost a sense of guilt, but mostly this sense of helplessness. We're in Queensland at the moment, which is like North of Australia. Most of the bushfires at the moment are in New South Wales and Victoria, which is like, New South Wales is like middle of the east coast, and then Victoria's like south. So we're quite lucky, like nothing's happening up here. They did have some bushfires up here before Christmas though, I think, but they're all under control. I think most of them are, you know, done with now. So I do feel incredibly lucky that I'm up here and I'm safe, but also feel so helpless, and I really, really, really want to help in any way that I can. So this morning I was looking on Celeste Barber's Instagram, who's an Australian comedian. I'm sure many of you know of her. She has managed to raise a whopping, I think it stands at $31 million. And it's still open. It's a Facebook donation page that she's created, and I reckon by the end of the week she'll easily surpass $50 million, which is phenomenal. Like, just an astronomical amount of money to have been raised in such a short space of time. It's unbelievable, and I think it's such an amazing thing that she's doing, using her platform to raise all of that money. And I'm pretty sure her and her husband live in the area where there've been some quite bad bushfires, and I think her husband's family live down there as well, because they've both been documenting the entire thing quite closely. This morning her husband was posting about how there's a food bank in New South Wales that's collecting donations, and they're also accepting online food shop donations, which I think is an awesome way for people who aren't in those areas, who feel quite helpless and want to do something. So this morning I'm going to do a food shop on Woolworths. I think it's Woolworths that's doing it, of like water, just like non-perishable things, snacks, sanitary products, and send them to this food bank in New South Wales. And I'm not sure when this vlog will go up, so I'm not quite sure when, like what state the bushfires will be in by the time you're watching this. But nevertheless, regardless of whether they're still burning or not, the aid that people will continue to need after the bushfires is still going to be a huge amount. People are still going to need donations. You know, people have lost their homes, their whole livelihoods. They're going to need a lot of assistance for a long time. So I'm going to leave loads of links and information below for anyone who hasn't donated or, you know, still wants to assist or help in some way. I'll leave loads of resources, loads of links and stuff below. Because when you're, especially when you're overseas, it can feel even worse. You can feel even more helpless because you just don't know what to do at all. And I wanted to address it because it's been in my mind now. I mean, it's been in my mind since we got here. It's something that I can't shift. Not that I should be able to shift it, but just from what I'm seeing on Instagram, the stuff I'm seeing is really staying with me, and it's just making me feel like I'm still enjoying my time here, but I'm finding it difficult to fully enjoy it, knowing what's happening in other parts of the country. And it's kind of made me question whether I should even document our time here, whether I should just leave it, whether I should even post to Instagram and just leave it while I'm here. But I know there's people who want to see what we do when we are here. There's people who want to see Australia, and I love Australia. I think it's such a beautiful place, and I want to share with people what makes this place so beautiful. But I didn't want people to think that I was completely naive to the devastation that is happening in other parts of Australia. And I think it's something that will be in the back of my mind as I continue to create content, and something I'll be very mindful of. And I am wondering how to move forward with the vlogs and forward with the things I post on Instagram over the next few weeks without it feeling like I'm completely desensitized to it all. It's something I just need to think about, I think. But yeah, I'm not sure. But I know I want to still continue documenting our time here. What a lovely afternoon, hey? That turned out to be way nicer than I anticipated. So relaxing and quiet here. We have also noticed that there's a lookout, and we love a lookout. We love going on a little walk, and we love a lookout point with a good view. So before we head off, we're just going to go have a little stroll up the hill to the lookout. We've also just noticed that there's a really nice barbecue area here. One of the nicest barbecue areas I think we've seen along this part of the coast. So I reckon we'll be back for like a late afternoon, early evening barbecue in the next week or so. It's difficult to capture the beauty of views like this because the colours never look the same, and just the magnitude of the view never looks quite right on camera. This is so nice. This reminds me of the time I remember when we first discovered Byron Bay and we first did the lighthouse walk, and we were just so like in awe of how beautiful it was. I feel like that all over again is such a nice kind of fuzzy feeling. In Bunnings looking for an esky, also known as a cool box back home, because when we went to the beach I packed a plum and some hummus in a tote bag and it was not good at all. So going forward we need a cool box to put all of our things in, food and drink. We're going pro, are we? Yeah, oh yeah. Like for the first week I've been like, it's fine, let's just stuff things in a tote bag, but today like that plum had gone really soft and my hummus was so warm and soft, so yes, let's get an esky. Oh yeah, yeah, that's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't want that hard esky.
No, just something that we can chuck on.
This is what we had before.
Yeah, it's like our old one that we had when we were travelling. Oh, there's this. Is that a bit too small? This one's a bit more pro, isn't it? You can get with this bit on the top.
Oh yeah, for easy access.
I reckon that one. Oh, it's just the same one that I picked up. Yeah, I reckon that one. Plus, that looks like it's the last one.
Yeah.
Which could be a sign.
Should we get...
You're loving it already. I'm about to go on my first run of 2020. Why did I just say that? It sounded so cliche. And what I'm about to do is very cliche because I'm about to talk about my new gym, my new running gear. The only reason I've got new running stuff is not because it's a new year, but because I have been wearing the same things for running for the past, I'd say, year and a half. Like my trainers had holes in them that I'd sewn up. I'd then worn through the holes again and then sewn them up again, and then just before Christmas the holes like ripped through again, and I was just, my feet were getting really wet and my toes were beginning to poke out the ends of my trainers. So that was quite a big incentive to buy new gym clothes. And also this year I think I'm going to sign up to do a marathon. Haven't picked which one yet, but I think it could be Copenhagen Marathon. I like the thought of it terrifies me, but it was something that I've wanted to do now for a couple of years, and I just thought, do you know what, I've kind of got back into a good stride with my running. If I keep it up, I can definitely do a marathon. I've done a half marathon and I feel like I've really got this drive to do a marathon this year. So a good way to push yourself, I think, with things like that is a new set of gear. Like you always feel better when you've got, like, you know, brand new leggings, brand new top. It's quite nice to have a nice new set of things. So I'm going to talk to you about two new brands that are new on my radar. The first is a brand called South Beach, which is where these leggings are from. They're blue and they have like a mesh bit. Now, these were sent to me via Zalando for part of a paid partnership, and I picked these specifically from Zalando's sustainable section, thinking, great, like this is going to be a new sustainable activewear brand. Received the leggings to find that the only thing sustainable about them is that they are made from 20% recycled polyester, which, I mean, I know I shouldn't discriminate, I shouldn't be bad about a brand trying to make a little bit of an effort, but when I talk to you about this top, you'll understand why I'm a bit annoyed that these are only made from 20% recycled polyester. And it just kind of annoys me that Zalando have created this sustainable section on their website when actually I feel like the efforts of some of the brands within that category, within that like sustainable section, the efforts aren't like that great, and I think it kind of can be a bit of a misconception. Like I think people will shop that section thinking, great, all these brands are great, when actually could be a little bit misconceiving. The top, on the other hand, is from a brand called, I've just got the tag here so I'll show you, brand called Norba, and they are from the Ukraine, and they are a sustainable activewear brand. And I've got the on my phone here, I've just got a little bit of information about the top I've got on. So it's called the Sustainable V Bra in black. It was quite a pain to get on, like, because it's got this cross back, it was a bit of a struggle getting it over my head. Like, I got tangled up in it a bit, so I had to kind of step into it and pull it up. However, I must say, now that I'm in it, like, I feel very secure. It's a very nice, like, it's not tight, I just feel secure. I mean, I know there's not much there to secure, but you know, I still like to feel like I've got a good, nice, snug top on. It is made from 78% recycled polyester and 22% elastane, and the recycled polyester is made up from, oh, it's a regenerated nylon called Econyle, or is it Econil? I'm not sure how you say that, but I have heard of this new type of nylon before. It says here the sustainable yarn is made from various kinds of waste, such as fishing nets from oceans, fabric scraps from mills, and carpets destined for landfill. So when you compare, this is almost 80% recycled polyester, and this is only 20%. It's kind of a bit, I don't know, a bit of a bummer really. And I've got a funny feeling the price difference between these two brands isn't that much. My trainers are, I want to say Adidas Ultra Boost. They're very weird. They are not my usual kind of running trainer whatsoever. Normally I am an Asics kind of girl. I like a big chunky trainer that supports my ankles, whereas these, yeah, they feel weird. I've only run in them once though, so I feel like I can't quite judge yet. But I don't know if you can see, but the laces start quite far down, whereas like regular laces would keep lacing up to about here. These don't have like your traditional tongue and stop, kind of, it feels really low down. Do you see what I mean? Like, very weird shape on the foot. Like, you see what I mean? It's just a bit, but I'm giving them a go, and if they don't work out for running, they are a awesome, just like general gym training shoe. In Coolangatta, I haven't been great at vlogging, but that's because we haven't really done anything that kind of vlog worthy over the past week. But it's our final night here in Palm Beach. which is where we've been for the past week, and we're now about to go for a swim in the sea because Dean has put it upon himself to set this goal of going for a sea swim every day, which is fine. I'm more than happy to do that. But yesterday we did it just as a storm was brewing, which was kind of fun but kind of scary. Are we going down this way at the same time because it got really, really dark and the sea just felt really quite scary all of a sudden, didn't it? And then today it's just been really gloomy all day, and there's a bit of spray rain, so I'm not sure how pleasant it's going to be. But it's nice to set this goal, Dean.
Well, yeah.
It's achievable. It's just some nights won't be as pleasant as others. And
I just had a nap, so I need to wake up.
Oh yeah, so Dean's just had a nap, and there's nothing worse than that horrible, like, slightly groggy feeling.
Post-nap depression.
Post-nap depression is a thing. And we did this yesterday, we had a nap, didn't we? Then we got into the sea within like 10-15 minutes of waking up from our nap, and it wakes you up like instantly. Plus we're going out for dinner tonight, and this might work up an appetite. Oh wow, there's quite a lot of people in the sea actually.
There's a lot of surfers.
A lot of surfers, yeah. Right, here we go. You see what I mean about it not looking that inviting? But it will be fun once we get in, won't it?
All the lovely houses.
Oh yeah, so where we're staying in Palm Beach, I think I've mentioned that before, along the actual beachfront are some amazing houses. This one here, oh no, I've got a bit of rain on my lens. This black one here in particular is our favourite, isn't it?
Yeah.
But imagine waking up to this view every morning. Oh, that was refreshing.
Lovely.
It was only 10 minutes, but it was good 10 minutes of feeling like we were doing some exercise. It's a bit weird, wasn't it? Like there were waves coming from different directions.
Yeah.
So I just felt all a bit like didn't know where to
But we were
look.
the only two people in the sea.
Yeah, we were the only two people swimming.
With 6 lifeguards.
Yeah, 6 lifeguards and about, I'd say, 10 surfers. But they're much further out where the waves are huge. But I'm looking forward to having a swim in Byron tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's always a lot
Even if it rains.
calmer. Yeah, even if it rains, it's nice. A quick outfit of the evening before we head out to dinner. Apologies for the mess in the background. I did start packing a little bit this afternoon, ready for our departure tomorrow. So there's stuff strewn everywhere. I'm pretty sure I featured this dress in my week in outfits video from our last trip here. It's from Zara, but I bought it via Depop, so it's technically secondhand. Otherwise, I wouldn't, you know, I don't shop at Zara, I wouldn't have bought this brand new. It's a big black floaty number, it's tiered. I don't know if you can see that sort of like ruching detail. It's a very, very good all-round holiday and summer dress. I'm not going to lie. I do anticipate the dress falling apart, as with, you know, Zara quality. It's just awful. Like I can already feel the fastening at the back is probably going to break soon. I'm surprised the stitching hasn't come undone. But it is a really good dress. Like it works so well. Like it's the ideal throw-on dress for pretty much any occasion. What next? Shoes. Shoes are from the Row. I don't know if I've actually shown these or featured these on here yet, which surprises me because I've worn them a ton since arriving. I bought them before Christmas, but due to obviously weather restrictions, I didn't get much wear out of them through the winter. I did wear them with socks a few times, but I'm fully making the most of it and wearing them loads while we're over here. We're all packed up and ready to leave and make our way to Byron, but I've just realised I didn't actually show any of the Airbnb here in Palm Beach, so I'll quickly whiz you round before we set off. I found this place on Airbnb. It's called the White Sands. I later then looked for them on Instagram and discovered they're actually really popular here on the Gold Coast, and for good reason. Like, this has been such a nice apartment to stay in. This is the kitchen, dining, living area. The kitchen is so well equipped. We haven't had to go out and buy any additional bits. Everything we've needed has been here in the kitchen. And going through to the hallway here, there is a bathroom with a bath and a shower. And then if you keep going, you have your laundry tucked away in this little cupboard here. First bedroom, really nice size with full-length built-in wardrobes, a toilet, and then you've got the master bedroom, which is the bedroom that we've been sleeping in, again with like floor-to-ceiling built-in wardrobes and an ensuite with the toilet and a shower, which I think for an apartment to have 2 showers in and 2 toilets, it's quite impressive. It's a deceivingly large apartment, and there is a balcony at the back here, and there is one at the front that I didn't show. Haven't used the balconies that much, to be honest, because we've been out and about at the beach. It's been really, really nice. The only thing I didn't like was that it's literally on the Gold Coast Highway. So it can be a little bit noisy, but past the highway there is the beach. So we're literally a 2-minute walk from the beach. It's very big, very light and airy. I'd happily live here, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's massive. Didn't realise how big it was.
For a flat.
Yeah. But onwards to Byron, baby.
Yes.
We've just stopped off for some brunch on our way to Byron, and that place called Baked. I think this place is called Ancora. It's literally just past Coolangatta, technically in Tweed Heads, and the portion sizes are quite incredible. I've got some eggplant fritters with an egg and some avocado, and Dean has got so much bacon on your avocado on toast. Like, that is an incredible portion of avocado and bacon. I think now would be a good time to sign off the vlog, because we're driving to Byron and I already feel like I've got a lot of footage worth of video that could fill a good 20-25 minutes. Oh, hi!
Hello.
Just signing off.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're in Byron for 4 days, and then we go to the hinterland for 2 days, and I feel like that in itself could be a whole vlog. So I think this whole trip's going to end up being 3 parts. Part 1, which will be what you're watching now, part 2, which will be Byron and the hinterland, and then part 3, which will be our final week. So I guess this is goodbye until Byron. Thank you for watching. Sorry, this might have been a bit rusty, bit sort of rough around the edges. I'm not quite used to...
You've got a tripod even?
Yeah, I don't have like a... stick. I normally have a stick, and it makes it a lot easier to hold the camera. But anyway, I'll endeavour to up my vlog game for Byron.